YouTube, what the frickety fact going on? It's your boy Philly, aka Philly Boy Wonder, aka your goddamn mama favorite African, and we coming at you live with the damn Diddy video, man. I'm trying to see what they mean by every celebrity, because I know there's a lot of people connected to the damn Diddy file, so let's get into it.
If you're a celebrity in Hollywood, Doomsday is just 1 month away. And what I mean is that Diddy's trial is scheduled to begin on May 12th, exactly 1 month from now. Dozens of Diddy associates are on the edge of their seats, wondering if they're going to be dragged into the biggest scandal the rap game has ever seen. Each and every day, more names get revealed in lawsuits and news articles, and it's safe to say the trial is going to expose even more celebrity skeletons. That's why we're launching a comprehensive breakdown of all the celebs who are in danger of going down with Diddy. Why is the industry's biggest power couple desperately trying to distance themselves from Sean Combs? How did the GOAT athlete get his name in a shocking Diddy lawsuit? And who is the one rapper who seems determined to defend Diddy at all costs? Is there a method behind the madness, or is this the ultimate crash out mission?
Okay, I'll say the reason why Kanye is defending Diddy, bro, if I had to be real, I think he's just doing his typical contrarian shit, where he wants to go against the grain and wants to be against the system or whatever. Like LeBron and Beyonce and Jay-Z, that might be a little bit more for interpretation. But Ye, I don't know.
We've even dissected countless affidavits, lawsuits, reports, and indictments to figure out what Diddy's master plan in court might be. Is he gonna throw other celebrities under the bus to save himself, or will Diddy take the fall? And finally, we're gonna take a closer look at all the other big names attached to the Diddy scandal, from rap stars to actors to Super Bowl headliners. Will the Diddy trial be the Thanos snap that changes the entertainment industry once and for all?
You can call me Love. And Puff, where did that come from? I can't tell you that.
With all that said, one thing's for sure though, Jay-Z and Beyonce are doing everything they can to distance themselves from Diddy's alleged crimes. Jay and Diddy's relationship actually goes back decades. As a rising rapper from Brooklyn, Jay had a close friendship with the notorious B.I.G., who signed Diddy as his flagship artist back in 1993. Over the years, Jay and Diddy appeared on numerous songs together, like Young G's from Diddy's 1997 album No Way Out, and I Know What Girls Like from...
I didn't know that Diddy, Biggie, and Jay-Z all had a song together. I mean, it's not really surprising, but I just haven't really dug into Diddy's discography as much. But yeah, I don't know, man. I was never the biggest Diddy fan musically. Like, outside of all this allegation shit, if we like completely strip that away and we're having a conversation about Diddy in the rap game, I was never too crazy about him. I'm being real with you. Like, he was always more of like a rap mogul businessman to me, where like we look at a lot of the stuff he's done business wise. I'm like, okay, that's pretty dope, making money, making bread, investing in brands and businesses and stuff like that. But musically, I was never like, I think I probably can name like two or three songs max, if I'm being real.
From Jay's Volume 1 album that same year.
But Jay-Z is different though, obviously.
And given the context that we know now, that's just a little creepy, you know, just a little creepy, you know? And when you take a closer look, Jay and Diddy clearly have a lot in common. Both rose from humble beginnings to become full-fledged music industry moguls. They built billion-dollar empires that spanned fashion, spirits, and lucrative business partnerships, and often made public appearances together. And since Jay-Z and Diddy were seen so much together, it only makes sense that Diddy would be spotted with Jay's longtime partner, Beyonce Knowles. The B-side to Beyonce and Jay's smash hit single Crazy in Love was literally a Beyonce-Diddy collaboration called Summertime. Like her husband, Beyonce had also been
I ain't gonna lie, I love me some Beyonce. Like, Lord have mercy, look at her. Woo!
frequently spotted with Diddy. They appeared courtside together as recently as 2018, and she was in attendance at Diddy's blowout 50th birthday bash the year after. During an interview on Shannon Sharp's at Diddy's blowout 50th birthday
that's random.
bash the year after. During an interview on Shannon Sharp's Club Shay Shay podcast, DaBaby claimed that his first time meeting J and B was actually at a Diddy party in LA.
I was at a party at Diddy crib. Me and, maybe about 15 others.
That sentence is just so funny, because I guarantee motherfuckers, like, they probably regret saying that, like, hey, I was at a Diddy party, because it just sounds so weird in hindsight now. Even though I doubt DaBaby was on some freak off shit, really.
Right, Jay-Z and Beyonce being, two of the other 15 people in the room. And she came over and introduced herself to me, like, as if she had to. Right. Beyonce, because I'm a big fan of your work, you know what I'm saying? Whoop de whoop, and that was just dope. That was dope as hell to me, man. that was dope.
To outsiders, J.B. and Diddy's alliance looks like rap game synergy at its finest. But when you dig a little deeper, it turns out something much darker may have been at play. In November of 2023, Diddy's ex Cassie Ventura filed a lawsuit that accused Diddy of tons of heinous crimes that included abuse and sex trafficking. Right away, people wondered who else may have known about Diddy's alleged behavior.
Look, I'm just being real, bro. Regardless of whatever is true or not, and I'm gonna be real with you, I do think with the Diddy case, I'm not 100% sure. I haven't looked at all the files and everything, but just based on the things I've heard and seen, I feel like he's guilty definitely for some things, but I personally don't see it being realistic for him being like a human trafficker. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. We've seen it. He definitely is abusive. He's definitely a fucking freak. There's definitely a lot of weird things about him that aren't good, and there's a good chance that he probably needs to go to jail for some of the weird shit he's done in the past. But in terms of like the extreme, like Epstein level shit, like trafficking and doing all, I don't know. I just can't see it because like, why would he need to do that? It's Diddy, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's Diddy. Like, he's not some weirdo who has money. It's Diddy. Like, I don't know. To me, and look, he is a weirdo, but I'm talking about in the sense of like, he's not a weirdo that can't get some. You know what I mean? Like, he's a weirdo with money, sure, but he's not like a, what's his name? He's not like a Weinstein where he's like an ugly fucking blob looking motherfucker where he needs money or to endorse some, or not endorse it. What's the word? Extortion. He doesn't need to extort somebody or give him some money, whatever it is, in order to get some play. You know what I mean? Like Diddy, say what you want about him, he can obviously get some girls. And I don't know. To me, I just feel like the trafficking thing, it's a little far-fetched. But hey, if he's proven, shit, lock him up.
And considering that Jay-Z and Beyonce were frequently pictured with Diddy and Cassie, fans started to think that Hov and B might be first-hand witnesses. In fact, there's a bizarre conspiracy theory about Beyonce circulating on TikTok right now. Tons of celebrities have thanked Beyonce in public or dropped hints that she knows. While casual fans might assume that celebs like Adele might be showing love to Queen B, some other users think something much more sinister is at play and that they might be thanking Beyonce to protect themselves from her wrath. On October 2024, JoJo Siwa attracted scrutiny when she shouted Beyonce out at the Industry Dance Awards.
I also have to say thank you to Beyonce, just so that way we keep the dance community safe.
Plenty of people seem to think that JoJo was referencing those conspiracy theories and that her onstage tribute was just another example of celebrities bowing down. When asked about her speech, JoJo tried to play it off. Quote, "The internet's going to run with whatever it is they run with." But those rumors exploded just weeks later on December of 2024 when a civil lawsuit named both Diddy and Jay-Z in the alleged essay of a 13-year-old girl. According to the lawsuit, the alleged assault happened in the year 2000 at an after party for the MTV Music Video Awards. Both Diddy and Jay's lawyers denied the allegations, but Jay took his denial a step further. In a statement released by Jay-Z's company Roc Nation, Jay called the accusations idiotic and heinous in nature. He accused Tony Busby, the lawyer who filed the suit, of trying to blackmail him and promised to expose Busby as a fraud. While Busby stood on the accusation, the lawsuit accusing Jay-Z was withdrawn in February of 2025. The unnamed accuser acknowledged that there was inconsistencies in her claims, and in a record conversation with private investigators, the accuser admitted that Jay-Z did not assault her. She even seemed to admit that her lawyer, Tony Busby, pressured her to sue Jay. Busby said that this was a blatant lie, while the accuser later said that she dropped the lawsuit because she was allegedly afraid of intimidation from Jay and his fans.
All right, yo, see, now that's cap. I'm sorry, that's a load of cap. She realized that she wasn't gonna win, she wasn't gonna get no bread, and she's like, damn, I gotta drop out before I look stupid and maybe even get in trouble legally. And I'm gonna just say this, y'all, if I'm being so real, I genuinely believe that people who make false accusations, right, such as heinous crimes as, SA or assault or whatever kind of heinous crime that you accuse somebody of doing when they haven't done it, I really believe that a defamation of character, whatever they want to call it, bill or something, should be passed, where if you try to accuse somebody of doing a heinous, horrible crime, and then in reality you were found out to be lying and it was not true, you should get at least some kind of time, or maybe even the same amount of time that person would have gotten if he was found guilty. Because the amount of people that be getting sent to the slammer and wrongfully convicted because the government just believes some fucking lying asshole is insane. It's insane. There's been a lot of people who have literally lost decades of their lives over some goddamn asshole lying about something that never happened. So I'm just saying, it's a real issue. And it's like I said, obviously, if they are guilty and they really did that shit, lock them up and throw away the key. I don't care who it is, right? Jay-Z or whoever. If they're really a criminal, they deserve to suffer the consequences of their actions. But if somebody's lying and trying to take them out just because, oh yeah, he got money and shit, I'm trying to get some of that, bro, those people need to get locked up just as much.
Jay's response was to file a countersuit that targeted both his Jane Doe accuser and Tony Busby of defamation.
Yeah, at least 20 mil. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least extreme long time in court, long time in jail, or you paying some bread. That's one of those two.
Jay claimed that the timing of this lawsuit was meant to specifically humiliate him and that it led to death threats against his family. Fans even noticed that Jay and Beyonce's longtime bodyguard Julia seemed extra protective of the family during their appearance at the Grammys when Beyonce was awarded the Album of the Year, and it seems like this Diddy lawsuit might be the reason. But Jay and Beyonce were both named in another bombshell lawsuit that was filed on just April 1st, and this wasn't an April Fool's Day prank.
All of that will be litigated in a court of law, but according to Jay-Z, he didn't have anything to do with it.
According to a civil suit filed in Florida, a man named Joseph Manzaro claimed that Diddy, quote, directly perpetrated acts of SA towards him exactly a decade earlier in April of 2015. Even crazier is that Manzaro named tons of celebrities who were apparently at the Diddy party where the assault took place, and guess what? Jay and Beyonce are both on the list, along with some other really high-profile names like LeBron James, Emilio Estefan, and Gloria Estefan.
Who the hell
while
is Emilio
Manzaro
Estefan?
named each of these celebrities, it's important to note that he isn't directly suing all of them, just Diddy and Emilio for alleged misconduct. But when you really analyze the details in Joseph Manzaro's lawsuit, you really get a chilling picture of what these notorious Diddy parties may have actually been like. According to court documents, Manzaro claims that he was drugged and taken to a party at the Estefan's mansion in the super exclusive Miami neighborhood of Star Island, where Diddy also had a house. Upon arriving, Manzaro said that Gloria Estefan noticed how deteriorated he looked and tried to call an ambulance, only for her husband Emilio to quickly silence her. Manzaro said that he saw LeBron James walking by and he was only wearing a white bath towel. When LeBron saw how messed up Manzaro was, he allegedly said, quote, y'all better do something about that. Now, why LeBron was walking around a Diddy party in just a towel, we don't have the answers to that one. We got a lot of answers, but not that one. Maybe we'll find out in the future.
I'm sorry, that's gotta be cap, yo. I just can't imagine LeBron's 6'10" ass walking around the party with just a fucking robe over his balls. I just can't see it happening. I don't know.
Who knows? But according to the court documents we do know of, things got a lot worse. Way worse, actually. Manzaro claims that an individual only identified as Diddy's personal sexual assistant led him through secret tunnels that connected the Estefan's mansion to the defendant Diddy's mansion, where Diddy was throwing a birthday party for his 17-year-old son, Christian Combs. Manzaro said that Diddy forced him to wear a phallic mask, and that's where he allegedly saw Beyonce and Jay-Z. When Beyonce saw Manzaro, she apparently said, "What's this? What's this all about? Why is this half-naked white man with a mask standing here in front of me?" The lawsuit then claims that Diddy ordered Manzaro to be undressed and forcibly paraded him through multiple rooms filled with people who were jeering and taunting him.
Okay, I don't know who this Manzaro guy is, but okay, I'm not trying to victim blame here. I'm really not. But on the off chance that this is true, why the fuck are you letting Diddy order you like this? Like, why? I don't understand. Like, if you are getting told to go to this party, strip, and wear a cock mask or whatever the hell you wearing, bro, if Diddy try to tell me this at a party, I'd say, bro, get your freak ass away from me. I don't care if you want to kick me out. I don't need to be in this Hollywood ass party. Bye. I don't care. Like, what? I'll go make my money elsewhere. Like, I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. This guy needs to stand on business. He's over here, if this is true, and I'm not trying to victim blame. I'm really not. But I low-key am at the same time. Like, why are you allowing Diddy to tell you to do this? Like, bro, I would literally look Diddy in the eyes. I would tell Sean Combs to his face, boy, you could fuck off and you could lick my balls. Not really, because I don't want you anywhere near my balls. But you know what I mean? That was an expression. Like, get the hell away from me.
Some of the things in this lawsuit are honestly too crazy for content and for the internet, but it did say that Diddy degraded him and that he forcibly washed him in a shower and locked him into a black leather mask that was zipped over his head. Bro,
I'm beating his ass. I'm sorry. Are you serious? Bro, If Diddy tried to bathe me and put me in a leather freaking skimp suit, I'm literally kicking him in the balls and dipping from the crib. I don't know.
His legal team denied Joseph Manzero's accusations, and it turns out that the other celebs named in the lawsuit came with receipts. Jay-Z's representatives say the accusations were demonstrably false because Jay was in New York City that very same day of the alleged party, doing events at NYU and Hostros Community College to promote his streaming platform Tidal.
Damn right.
Gloria and Amelia Estefan's response was a little weird though. They denied the allegations but stated that the property the alleged incident occurred in wasn't their actual residence, but a property that was owned for family use. As for King James, LeBron's rep said that he wasn't the one in Miami at the time of the alleged Diddy party because he was playing for the Cleveland Cavaliers. But it's been worth noting that there has been some pretty persistent rumors about LeBron and Diddy's relationship, especially since LeBron has been a vocal fan of Diddy parties in the past. As scrutiny grew over Diddy's...
like, what's it called? There was like that one Instagram where he's like, ain't no party like a Diddy party. I'll be real. I love me some LeBron, and he's arguably the GOAT. But he does definitely show a lot, or at least he did, show a lot of love and endorsement towards those Diddy parties. And even before these freak offs were really out into light and shit, even at that time, it was still to me a little weird. Like, why are you so vocal about these Diddy parties? Like, they probably ain't that crazy if we're being real, you know? I don't know.
Notorious star-studded parties. Fans zeroed in on a live stream.
Oh, here's a clip right here.
The Bad Boy logo back in 2020, where he proudly shouted out,
"Hey, everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so."
Yeah, that's what's up.
But I love LeBron though, man. I hope
While
not.
LeBron's rep said he wasn't at any specific party, it's probably safe to say that those other Diddy parties left a big impression on Bron. But while the Carters and LeBron want nothing to do with Diddy's nonstop scandal, Kanye West clearly wants all the smoke.
But as far as Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these niggas, all you fake hard niggas, fuck you.
In recent years, Ye and Diddy have had a pretty bumpy relationship. In 2020, Kanye made a surprise appearance at the BET Awards to present Diddy with the Lifetime Achievement Award, where he called Diddy his favorite artist. But Ye's speech also ventured off into some pretty bizarre territory.
I go to him for advice to this day. He inspires so many of my choices, so many of my life choices, my wife choices.
But the Ye-Diddy love fest didn't last long. Just months later, Diddy criticized Kanye for releasing a White Lives Matter t-shirt.
I've always been there, and I will always support my brother Kanye as a free thinker. But the White Lives Matter t-shirt, I don't rock with it.
And Ye did not appreciate Diddy's critique. Not only did he share personal texts between him and Diddy where he accused him of trying to threaten and influence him, but he made a nuclear Drink Champs appearance that was distributed by Diddy's own network, Revolt.
And the reason why you got chalk is because you did a deal, you fucking fed. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta come at me, because part of the deal for you to be a do all that and get out of jail is that you promise that you're gonna go pull my co-car.
Kanye's explosive Drink Champs interview was later deleted, and Diddy tried to piece it up by showing up backstage to Ye's 2024 Rolling Loud set. But while Diddy apparently planned on having a private meeting with Kanye,
oh my God, I was there, bro.
Ye snubbed him and
that
left
is LA.
In recent months, however, Kanye's hatred of Diddy seems to have done a complete 180. Since Diddy's been locked up in the notorious MDC Brooklyn jail, Ye has been his most vocal and passionate defender. Ye has used his platform to repeatedly shout out Diddy and even advocate for Kendrick Lamar to use his Super Bowl performance to call for Diddy to be freed from jail. And it's safe to say, Kendrick did not take Ye's advice on that one.
Thank the
Kanye
Lord, bro.
almost seems desperate to be linked to Diddy as much as possible. And in October of 2024, the world got to see just how close Kanye and Diddy were when they were both named in a lawsuit filed by Ye's former assistant. In the suit, Lauren Pisciata alleged that she was drugged and assaulted during a studio session co-hosted by both Ye and Diddy. Pisciata claims that Ye's team said that she had a drink and she wanted to stay for the session, and that she felt disoriented after just taking a few sips. Pisciata says that Ye later admitted to her that they had, quote, kinda hooked up that night even though she had zero recollection of what happened. When Diddy was named in the lawsuit, he wasn't accused of any specific misconduct, and this also wasn't the first lawsuit that Pisciata filed against her former employer. In June of 2024, just months earlier, Pisciata sued Ye for breach of contract and sexual assault. Despite the seriousness of these allegations, Kanye only doubled down in his support of Diddy. In March of 2025, Ye released a song Lonely Roads Go to Sunshine, which featured his 11-year-old daughter Northwest and Diddy, whose vocals were recorded during a jailhouse phone call. North's mother, Kim Kardashian, was reportedly horrified that Ye would put North on a song with an alleged sex trafficker and tried to prevent the release of Lonely Roads through cease and desist letters.
When did he put
this
out?
When Ye dropped the song anyway, Kim reportedly conveyed an emergency hearing with the judge, and Kanye didn't even bother to show up. Kanye seems to have zero problem dragging his family into the Diddy controversy, and his support of Puff might affect his ability to see his own children at this point. Ye addressed the concerns over his Diddy support in an out-of-pocket interview with DJ Academics, where he wore a swastika chain, a Sean John t-shirt, and an all-black KKK outfit. In the interview, Ye defended domestic violence by saying,
I don't know somebody who hasn't gotten into an altercation with a girl at one point.
Ye also called Diddy his twin and said that he was ready to bury their past beef.
Look, bro, I think the problem with Kanye, bro, is that I don't even think he believes half of the shit he says. And it sucks, man, because he really was my hero at one point. But, like, I've just come to the realization that he is so far gone now to where all he cares about is purely attention. And I've talked about this with y'all before, but he only cares about attention. And whenever the spotlight isn't directly on him and he's not the #1 guy in the industry, he feels the need to not only crash out and just say crazy shit about anybody, but he also feels the need to just go at anybody and start shit with anybody. Like, bro, Kendrick is over here doing his thing. He's over here a couple months ago acting like, yo, Dad, I got you. I'm on this beef. Fuck Drake, blah, 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 blah. And then now he switches up and he's talking about how he hates Kendrick and his music not good and this and that. It's like, bro, he's just too all over the place to the point where I don't even know if it's bipolar or if he's literally just a contrarian and is just trying to go against the most relevant thing. It's like, it's hard for me to even take him seriously anymore. Like, when I see this, bro, I'm like, look how crazy this freaking shot is right here, bro. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, it's Kanye. So it's like, I don't know. I take it with a grain of salt, really.
We family. We can get into it.
Based on how Ye's moving nowadays, it's almost as if Kanye's begging to be taken down right alongside his twin Diddy. Ye might not be scared, but tons of celebrities from Diddy's past are on high alert. Jennifer Lopez had a super high-profile on-again, off-again relationship with Diddy from 1999 to 2001. Once upon a time, they were celebrated as one of the industry's biggest superstar power couples until they found themselves in the center of a massive scandal. J-Lo and Diddy were involved in a 1999 shooting at a New York nightclub that left 3 people injured. According to reports, Diddy had an altercation with a notorious Brooklyn gangster named Scar that erupted into violence. One of the victims, Natanya Rubin, insisted that Diddy shot her before fleeing the scene with J-Lo, his bodyguard Wolf, and Shine, a rapper who was signed to Diddy's Bad Boy record label. In the aftermath, all 4 individuals were arrested, but J-Lo's charges were quickly dropped. The fallout of the shooting threatened to topple Diddy's career as he was facing 4 weapons-related charges and years in prison. The trial was a tabloid sensation and hugely publicized, but in March of 2001, Diddy and Wolf were acquitted on all charges, but Diddy's 21-year-old protege, Shine, wasn't so lucky. After being found guilty on 5 different charges, Shine was sentenced to 10 years in prison. Years later, Shine claimed that Diddy's lawyers set him up to be the fall guy. Shine even alleged that Diddy's shady actions pretty much sent him to prison. Ever since their trial and breakup, J-Lo has maintained her distance from Diddy, leading fans to speculate that she might know some of the bad boy mogul's darkest secrets.
Oh, she definitely
In 2003, J-Lo confirmed that Diddy's constant cheating ruined their relationship. But in 2014, J-Lo sang Diddy's praises, saying that he taught me so many things and that she'll always be grateful for him. But ever since the news broke of Diddy's alleged abuse and sex scandals, people have been looking at J-Lo's relationship with him in a complete different light. In Cassie Ventura's 2023 lawsuit, she claimed that Diddy frequently forced her to carry guns in her purse. Is it possible that Diddy made J-Lo do the same thing during their tumultuous relationship? A clip recently went viral from a 2015 appearance on the Wendy Williams show where J-Lo's mom could be seen brutally dismissing the idea of her daughter getting back with Diddy.
That I could always see you getting back with Puffy in a little way. Look at that. Look at.
more in my mind.
In 2024, J-Lo released a documentary, The Greatest Story Never Told, where she emotionally revealed that she had been manhandled during a past relationship. While J-Lo avoided naming names, people have connected the dots and assumed that she might be referring to her relationship with Diddy. Given J-Lo's connection to one of Diddy's most infamous scandals, it's pretty fair to assume that her name may be brought up during his upcoming trial. Ashton Kutcher is another longtime Diddy alleged associate who is being asked to answer for his past.
Boy, I'll be getting so many surprising cameos, like Ashton Kutcher or whatever. I don't know.
Relationship. In the early 2000s, both Kutcher and Diddy had shows set up on MTV Kutcher's infamous prank show Punk'd and Diddy reality TV show competition Making the Band. Kutcher had become a frequent Diddy sidekick and attendee of his parties. In 2009, Ashton Kutcher even co-hosted one of Diddy's white parties to raise funds for the Malaria No More charity. Now, there's nothing technically wrong about hanging out with Diddy, but Ashton Kutcher has made some strange comment about those Diddy parties. During a joint 2018 appearance on James Corden, Kutcher said that
if you're a single man, like there's probably no greater human being in the world. This is 20 years ago. We were having a lot of fun together.
They even joked about running for president together on there. But when Ashton Kutcher appeared on Hot Ones in 2019, he dodged a question about what actually went on in those Diddy parties.
Wow, okay, I've got a lot I can't tell. Can't tell that one either. I mean, I'm like actually cycling through them.
Seeing as he was friends with Diddy for damn near 2 decades, it's safe to say that Ashton might have a good reason not to tell any Diddy party stories.
Oh yeah, he got dirt.
While Ashton talked up his
laundry.
history with Diddy for years, he stayed silent about his old friends since the allegations surfaced.
How was the party?
A series of lawsuits have also exposed shocking claims about some of today's biggest celebrities. In 2024, record producer Lil Rod alleged that Diddy bragged about having sex with a man identified as a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. Seeing as Meek Mill proudly reps Philly and has had a high-profile relationship with Nicki between 2014 and 2016, there's really only one person that could be. As the rumors went viral, Meek hopped on Twitter to denounce the allegations and deny he was gay. Meek even promised to put up $100,000 cash for an investigative team to find out every specific detail involving Meek Mill's name to Diddy's case.
I'm gonna be real though. I'm gonna be real. I know y'all have seen that video where Meek Mill is in the goddamn pool and then Diddy's recording him saying, "Come on, daddy. Yeah, daddy. Yeah, daddy." Or something like that, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. When I saw that video, I didn't even know how to react. I'm like, there is no way they not fucking. I'm sorry. Even behind closed doors, bro, before this whole shit came out to light. Because that video came out, I think, in like 2017. I remember seeing it in like high school. So it's like, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
It's been over a year at this
it's
point,
sus, man.
but Meek still hasn't offered an update
weird.
on the results of his so-called investigation. But let's just say Meek's denials haven't fully convinced the public, especially since Meek and Diddy were frequently pictured together over the years.
If I'm being real, bro, if I'm a betting man, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I wouldn't be surprised. Out of the things that I think Diddy has or hasn't done, I wouldn't be surprised if Meek Mill and Diddy, got it on. I'm just being real, bro. I don't know. Both of them, even in this photo, it's just they kind of give me feminine vibes, bro. I'm being real. I don't know if I want to say. I mean, I'm not popping yet, so I guess this won't hurt me. I don't know. We'll see. I kind of question certain things I should say on the internet sometimes. But all I'm gonna say is I do think that Meek Mill a little fruity.
Lil Rod also alleged that Diddy bragged about having a sexual relationship with a singer who performed at the Super Bowl and had a successful Vegas residence.
Oh, Usher.
And if you connect the dots, this couldn't be anybody else except Usher, who held down the 2024 Super Bowl halftime show and has had a long history with Diddy. In fact, Usher was sent to live with Diddy by producer L.A. Reid when he was just 15 years old. In a 2004 interview with Rolling Stone, Usher alleged that Diddy exposed him to sex. Quote, "There was always girls around. You'd open a door and see somebody doing it, or several people in a room having an orgy." Fucking crazy. Seeing that at 15 is crazy. While Usher was candid about his Diddy experiences...
Come on, brother. What the hell you doing? You really gonna vape mid-video? Come on, man.
Crazy. While Usher was candid about his Diddy experiences in that one interview, he's become pretty tight-lipped in the years since. During a 2016 interview, Howard Stern asked Usher if he...
Hell no.
no.
Usher hasn't commented on the new allegations against Diddy, but fans noticed that all of his tweets were mysteriously deleted in September of 2024. Rumors started flying that Usher's scrubbed Twitter was somehow connected to Diddy, but Usher claimed that he was hacked and that the deleted posts reappeared shortly after. In March of 2025, NFL star Odell Beckham Jr. and comedian Drewski also found themselves drug into the Diddy scandal
This
when
ain't
a
true,
woman
but I don't
named
buy
Ashley Parham named them in a lawsuit. Parham alleged that Diddy drugged, kidnapped, and assaulted her in 2018, and that Diddy instructed Drewski to assault her while Odell watched the whole thing. Drewski denied the allegations, claiming that he wasn't even a public figure at the time of the alleged assault. Quote, "I was broke living with my mom without any connections to the entertainment industry at the time of this alleged assault, so the inclusion in my name is truly outlandish."
And this is true. This is literally true, bro. I remember watching Drewski when he was coming up in like 2019, and he still at that point wasn't really relevant. He was like definitely getting a little bit of motion on the gram. But bro, in 2018, he was broke. He had no motion, bro. He was like me, honestly, making fucking funny videos, kind of having some moments, but he had no motion yet. You know what I'm saying? Like Drewski is not in that case. I will literally die on that hill. There is no way he's in that case. And y'all, if y'all haven't seen my video, I actually did a video on this too when it was fresh in a new report. Bro, they was saying that Drewski lubed himself up and jumped on her naked. If y'all haven't seen it, go watch the video. I'll put in a link in the description.
Odell Beckham Jr. responded on social media writing, quote, "Boy, I'll tell you what, this world makes absolutely no sense. I'm covered by God, he will prevail, that name will be cleared, it's stupid." But people did notice that Drewski did seem to have a pretty tight relationship with Diddy, and they even recorded a few popular skits together. And Odell's been seen at plenty of Diddy parties in the past, which means he's not out of hot water just yet. Those celebrities can deny all they want, but there's a ton of documentation out there about their alleged Diddy ties, and you can't run from that. It's safe to say that the Diddy trial might be a huge moment of reckoning for the music industry. Legal experts are already weighing in on what strategy Diddy's team might take to defend him. Insiders say that Diddy's lawyers are planning on being absolutely ruthless when it comes to jury selection so they can pack as many sympathetic jurors as possible in the courtroom. But what happens if Diddy finds himself in a corner? Some of the most powerful and famous people in the world have attended Diddy parties, and there's been reports that the feds have retrieved video footage of Diddy's so-called freak-offs involving celebrity guests. What happens if Diddy exposes his former friends and all their secrets? The industry has never been under this much scrutiny before, and with Diddy fighting for his life, he could very easily decide to betray everyone he's ever worked with. The trial is just weeks away, and we're going to be reporting on everything that happens, so definitely stay tuned.
Man, is Diddy cooked, y'all? I don't know. Yeah, no, it is the entire entertainment industry, right? And here's the thing, y'all. My problem with this Diddy case, there's a multitude of problems, right? Because to me, it seems a little bit, is hypocritical the right word? I'm not sure if hypocritical is the right word. It's just a little bit interesting to me how Diddy, who is getting accused and taken down for crimes that are obviously heinous, but these are crimes that are very prevalent in Hollywood. Like a lot of y'all who are tapped in and aware of how the system works and a lot of the weird shit that be going on behind the scenes, this is nothing new under the sun. So in my opinion, I do think that Diddy probably was doing some shit behind the scenes, and he probably pissed some people off in the industry, and that made them realize, oh, you think you got it good, huh? You think you got it made. You think that just because you in Hollywood and you're rich and popping and whatnot, that you not gonna go down if you mess with us. And that's my theory. I don't know too much about that, but I have a theory that he did some shady shit behind closed doors that pissed some executives off, and that's why they're going after him. Because if they're gonna take Diddy down, they might as well take down half the industry, because a lot of them be doing this crazy shit as well. And also, if I'm being real with you, I do think it's a little bit interesting how the media and just really the world in general that's tapped into this situation has more smoke for Diddy than we do for Epstein. Because, like I said, bro, if Diddy is proven guilty, lock him up, throw away the key, it's whack. But Epstein was proven to do significantly worse things with a whole list of people in Hollywood that still hasn't been released yet, and it seems like nobody cares. It seems like everyone's more focused on this Diddy situation, when in reality it's like, this seems like the baby version of Epstein. We're like, yeah, if there's some trafficking going on, some weird shit going on, sure, that's not it. That's got to be kaput. It's got to be over, and they got to lock him up. But where is the smoke for Epstein, bro? I know people don't like Epstein. I'm not saying people support him, but I just feel like the way the media reacted to the Epstein case was drastically different than the goddamn Diddy case. That's all I gotta say, y'all. So yeah. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, though. Y'all think Diddy innocent? Y'all think he guilty? Y'all think Bron, frickin' Drewski, and all these other goddamn cameos, Ashton Kutcher, whatever, y'all think they innocent? Y'all think they guilty? Let me know, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on the post notice. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Peace, peace.
Shade on my neck is so bright like a bee. Ballin' LA and I feel like Kareem. Run up a mill at my nigga make me. Know that the money is all that you see. Claim you a vegan, but then you want beef.